Sometimes the Lord puts us through suffering, and the primary reason has nothing to do with us learning something. Has nothing to do with it. It has to do with the testimony, immediate or later, to others of the way God works in our lives and strengthens us, and it strengthens others. That's what Paul is saying. Look, there's an opportunity for others to pray, to be involved in this, and to see the hand of God move. Remember when Lazarus got sick? And Jesus and the disciples were nearby. It's recorded in John chapter 11. And they were not close by. They were, I forget, a day or 2 days journey away. And someone comes and says, hey, Lazarus, your friend, is sick. And basically he's saying he's sick unto death. And he says, you ought to come see him. And it says, for that reason, Jesus stayed where he was for a couple of days. What? Remember that Jesus only did that which his Father told him to do and directed him to do. You know the story. Lazarus died. And Jesus says to his disciples, this is a good, he knows, nobody told him, he knows, and he tells his disciples, okay, now it's time for us to go because Lazarus is dead. What? Yeah. Caused a big commotion in Bethany and all the surrounding area when Lazarus was raised from the dead. That's what it was about. How do you think Lazarus felt about that? Did you ever think about that? He didn't know what was going on. He didn't know Jesus was going to raise him from the dead. He just knows, I'm dying, and my best friend who has raised other people from the dead and healed other people from their sicknesses, he's not even here. He's not coming. I thought he was my friend. Where is he? The one who is able to help me is not here when I know I need him. I can imagine, I don't know, it doesn't say in the scriptures, but I could imagine Lazarus thinking that during that 2-day period when he's dying, and at the moment just before he dies and goes wherever he went, because he didn't totally separate from life. I mean, he was dead. Absolutely, his body was dead. Where did he go for that period of time? I don't know. But I get the impression that the instant he got to the other side, he went, oh, so that's what this is about. Why didn't somebody tell me? But he didn't know up to that point. How do you know? How do you know? We read the book of Job, and man, it's heavy. And wow, getting through it. But then you get to that end part, and it's like, oh, yeah, all right. And at the beginning of it, we're told exactly why this is going on. We're given a glimpse into the heavenlies to see some of the spiritual things that go on up there. But Job didn't know about that spiritual stuff going on up there. All he knew was that as a righteous man, so righteous that the Lord bragged about him up in heaven, he loses all his possessions. He loses all of his family in a tragedy. He loses his health. He's in a despicable place. So his wife's going, just curse God and die, would you? Tired of hearing you. He didn't know why he was experiencing that. And he didn't know how it was going to end. Now, in his case, there was definitely some stuff that the Lord wanted to teach him. But also, there's a lot that the Lord wanted to teach every one of us. And everyone who has lived on this earth since the time the story of Job was written down, to learn something about the Lord. Man. Maybe at that point, if Job was told that, he would go, oh, okay, so there's going to be a book about me. And, people are going to get blessed and okay. As bad as this is, at least I have something to hold on to. He was not given that information. We are not given the information necessarily to know, you know what? There's somebody at work that you don't even know. You don't talk to them, but they know who you are, and they know you are a believer in Jesus Christ, and they see what's going on. They see how you are being mistreated at work or cheated at work. And they're watching you to see how you react, and they're seeing that. And it's saying into their heart, man, maybe there's something about this Jesus thing. Maybe there's some truth to the fact that this is not all there is. There is a God in heaven. Maybe. And maybe you will never know that in this lifetime.